Well, from the 2017 Nebraska State Fair, I'm Joe Gangwish, and I always like to stop by the antique tractor display when I'm here at the fair. David Zumbrum is with us once again for this year. David, you're in charge of all the classic tractors. How long have you been doing this?
This is the 8th year that the State Fair has been in town, and I've had the fortunate opportunity to be in charge since then. 8 years.
It doesn't seem like it's been that long, but 8 years goes fast, doesn't it?
It certainly does. We've been having a lot of fun.
Tell us how many tractors estimated that you've got here this year.
We have 181 at last count, and that's the most we've ever had.
Well, that's good. It shows that the popularity is growing, and guys like to bring their tractors here.
That's for sure. And then, when I go to shows across the state, I'm able to talk to fellows, and, they bring one or two in, and that's really added, and we really, really appreciate that.
It's been a great display. You've got just a fantastic variety of tractors around here. Talk about some of the featured ones that you like to show off each year.
We have a 1920 Titan over here. That's the oldest one we have on the grounds. And Ron Kunze over at Palmer owns that. And he and Larry Blauhorn, they plan on starting that sometime during the State Fair. I've got to pin him down what day that he's going to do that. But it'd be exciting to be able to come out and listen to that run, because when it's running, it just runs like a clock.
You've also got that double A that's been set up, with the setup one before the other. Who's that belong to? And tell us about that tractor.
That belongs to Butch from down at by Air, and he takes that around the different shows, and we really appreciate him bringing that in.
One that's near and dear to my heart, which was one that farmed across the road from me when I was a kid. You've got that 1456 demonstrator from Larry Bailey at Gibbon.
Yes, and there's very few of those made, and even those the demonstrators that were made, a lot of them have not been painted up to be a demonstrator, and that's really, really a nice tractor.
They did a nice job on the paint job on that. And for guys maybe that want to bring tractors in later years here at the State Fair, if they've got a paint job that they're really proud of, they can even park them inside, can't they?
We have room for about 33. We do have room for some inside. However, it's first come, first serve. So if you want to be parked inside, it's very important to get get the material in early and get it registered.
I hear you there. So, hey, before we let you go, David, I want to visit with you about this M Diesel that you had. You just finished it not too long ago, so tell us about this tractor. You're pretty proud of it.
My wife and I went up to Atkinson and picked this up the fall before last, and we got around to getting it redone here this past month. I just brought it out of the shop this past week, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out.
Now, the M Diesels, tell us how they start on gas, flip over to diesel. Tell us about those.
Well, I don't know all the real technical part of it, but on this side, you turn the fuel on, it'll start on gas. After it warms up a little bit, you pull the throttle up to open the fuel, and you push another diesel lever forward, and then you're running on diesel if it's warm enough.
Well, it sounds great. You did a nice job when you were pulling it up here. It runs really smooth.
Thanks a lot, Joe. I do appreciate it.
David Zumbrum, he's from St. Labori, Nebraska. He's in charge of all these classic tractors at the Nebraska State Fair each year. They'll do tractor games, usually do a tractor ride almost every night around the fair, don't you?
We do a tractor ride 6 o'clock every evening except for the last day of the fair, and that's at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, we appreciate David's chat with us again this year from the 2017 Nebraska State Fair at the Antique Tractor Display just to the south side of the racetrack. I'm Joe Gangwish.